Hey you guys, I'm Bianca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have some Dollar Tree DIY inspired decor. Now these DIYs are not dupes because they do not look exactly like the way I saw them on the websites, and I will let you guys know exactly where, but they are in fact inspired to make them in my own way. So let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you how I made them. So I came upon this sign from the Michaels website, and as you can see, it is so pretty. I really like it and I figured I could do something like it. So what I did was use this family sign from Dollar Tree. I'm also using a poster board from there, and what I'm going to do is just make the background. I'm going to trace it to about the same size, and then I'm going to use my box cutter to cut this out. I think that's the easiest way to do instead of using scissors. I'm using a Dollar Tree sanding block to smooth out the edges. When I applied the decal to the poster board, I did mess up a bit, but I was able to lift it up and fix it. So for the rest of the sign, I'm using these Dollar Tree craft sticks and some larger Walmart craft sticks. First, what I'm going to do is take the Dollar Tree craft sticks and make some upside down V shapes just to see about how wide I need them to be. And then for the larger Walmart craft sticks, they were about 8 inches in length. Those are going to be for the trim of the sign. Now I'm going to glue 2 of them together, and then this will be used as a template to glue the other 5 V-shaped craft sticks together. Now that I have all 6 ready, I am going to place them like this, and then I will add the sign on top, not gluing it down until later, but just to see how it looks. And then I take a ruler to kind of measure in between, and of course it doesn't have to be perfectly spread out, but you know, I want to measure just so it's somewhat equal. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue them together. So right here you can see I'm overlapping the bottom 3 with the top 3. And they're all about 6 to 6.5 inches apart from each other. Now before the trim, lastly, all I'm doing is figuring out those side pieces that are sticking out connecting to the trim, and I'm just putting them where I think they might go and figuring that out first before painting all of this. I'm using this Territorial Beige with some water, mixing that up, and I'm going to use that to paint all of the craft sticks. So I'm painting that background that we glued together already, plus those 4 extra craft sticks that will be sticking out connecting to the trim. And then I'm going to be painting 9 of the huge jumbo Walmart craft sticks for the trim. As you can see, I'm using the same method I did in my last video, and I'm basically just staining them with that paint and then wiping off the excess with a paper towel, and it makes it look more realistic as wood. You can see kind of the grain on the craft sticks. Technically, you could definitely paint all of the craft sticks beforehand. So now what I'm doing is just adding those 4 outer pieces to connect to the trim, and in no particular way am I doing this. I'm just looking at the Michaels picture and going off of that. Now gluing those in place. Now I'm taking the 9 craft sticks for the trim and just cutting off the round ends. So to see how it's all gonna look, I'm laying out the trim to give me an idea of where I'm gonna put it at. And then once I do that, I will show you how I'm going to glue the trim all together. I haven't cut any of the trim pieces. We will leave that at the end. So I'm just kind of using that sanding block so they fit together well. And now I'm using these small craft sticks, they have them at Dollar Tree as well, to connect them. I'm gluing the 3rd craft stick together to complete the top trim piece, and I just broke a small craft stick to do this part so it doesn't interfere with the bottom. And I use the same steps to complete the bottom trim. The top and bottom trim pieces are going to be sticking out. We will cut that at the end. So now to complete the sides, I'm just figuring out where I'm going to lay that down, and then I will glue that together with a small craft stick. So when I glued that together, I realized when I turned it the right way, it ended up being for the left side. So this is how I'm doing the right side without flipping it upside down. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue down the sign. Now you'll see me just basically gluing down the rest of the trim. I took the 9th large craft stick to complete the trim, measured it, cut it out, and now I am taking a small craft stick to complete the trim. I'm cutting off all of the excess trim or anything that is sticking out. Turning it around, I'm gluing anything else that I see sticking up. So the 10th craft stick that I thought I needed for the trim, so it doesn't go to waste, I'm just using it right here for extra support. Wow, you guys, that was a little hard to edit and explain, but I'm sure you were able to actually see what I was doing, probably a little bit better than me explaining, but I hope you enjoyed this first DIY. So this is the next inspired DIY from Michaels. It is this 2-tier wired basket. I have these 2 rectangular frames from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to remove everything first. And then I also removed all of these small tabs. For the bottom part of the tray, I'm using this Dollar Tree 5x7 frame. Since it's brown, it looks like they tried to make it look like a wood grain type of frame. I'm just going to paint it with my Dollar Tree craft paint. And then I'm also using this little basket to hang on the tray, but since I have no more spray paint, which I just realized, I'm just going to paint it with the same craft paint. To make that triangular shape, I'm gluing the 2 rectangular frames to the bottom 5x7 frame. And now I'm adding glue to this top part. And then I'll be turning everything upside down to add glue to the opposite side. I wanted to break up all of the black that's going to be on the tray, and I'm adding these wooden beads to the top. I'm using fish line, and you could definitely use the Dollar Tree wooden beads, but I bought a huge bag, I think of 1,000 pieces from Amazon, and it's just much cheaper that way. I'm making tons of knots at the ends of the string. I add hot glue little by little to apply the beads to the top, and the string just helps the beads stay in place. For me, the best way to have the basket or to be able to hang it at the top was to have the corners touch the frames, and I will be adding hot glue and hemp cord. So the basket is secure. I also added hot glue to the bottom part as well, where the hemp cord is at. So I can put things at the bottom of this two-tier tray. I'm adding the glass back, and if you wanted to, you could leave the tabs, but just remember you'll be able to see them. So I'm adding small crab sticks to the bottom so the glass stays secure and in place. I'm very happy with the way this one turned out. It's so unique. The gather sign is from Walmart that I found on clearance. I also found the green wreath at Walmart yesterday on clearance as well. It came in a 2-pack, and it was originally $10, I believe, and I only got it for $2.50 for 2. And then I just have a Dollar Tree candle inside of that. Last but not least, I'm using 4 more of those 5x7 Dollar Tree frames. Again, I'm removing everything, including the tabs. What you don't need to do, go ahead and leave them for extra security. I'm also leaving that border that's inside, which I think just makes it look a little more expensive than what it really is. And then I'm cleaning the glass. Also, I'm adding more hot glue because they added glue to the border, and some of the glue did get on the glass and some of it helped the glass stay in place, but some of the frames are not secure, so I'm going to add glue where I need it. I've showed you guys how to make a window pane millions of times on my channel, and I know you've probably seen it from other YouTubers. So once I glue all 4 of those frames together, I add popsicle sticks to the back for extra security. I completely forgot to tell you where I got this inspiration from. Basically, I saw this post on Facebook of a decor piece. It was like a palette with some hanging planters on it. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I just made, of course, a window pane like you saw. And I'm going to be taking this Dollar Tree hat and cutting out the top area to place on the window pane as a basket. So after removing that scarf, I will show you how I cut it. Now I don't have a picture, I just remember how it looked in my head, and there was no way I could, or at least I couldn't think of a way how to make a palette out of Dollar Tree items. So that's why I decided to do it this way. So as you can see, that bottom part of the hat came off easily by just pulling it apart. And so this doesn't keep ripping off. I'm just adding some hot glue. And then I will cut this in half. To be able to glue it down and so the basket has a more complete look, I'm taking 8 inches of the bottom part of the hat and I'm cutting that off. Once I cut one out, I'm going to use that as a template for the next one. Adding hot glue to connect them. Now I'm adding hot glue to the back to connect it to 2 of the picture frames. Lastly, I'm just adding hot glue to the bottom so the greenery or florals I put inside won't fall out, and also adding more hot glue on the inside of the basket. So I added 2 of the wreaths that I found at Walmart yesterday to each of the baskets, and I think it looks so nice with them. Now I wouldn't recommend hanging this up, so I just sat it right here on top of my mantle. I am so happy with the way all of these came out. Please let me know in the comments below what you think. Give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.